This mix I'm going to show you now is my go-to river mix. Now, to see how I mix my ground baits up, if you go to the Sonubaits YouTube, you'll see on there Polly's way of mixing up your ground bait. Very simple way, but very effective, so take a look at that. But my go-to river mix is Canal Black, Black Roach, and one of my favourites, Crust Hemp. Now, my mix is 1 part black, Canal Black, 1 part Black Roach, and 1 part Crust Hemp. It's a bag of each, or half a bag, half a bag, half a bag of each. But it's 1 part of each of those 3 would be my mix. Now, the black, it's got a lot of food content in there. There's a lot of Crust Hemp in there already anyway, which fish love. But I always love to add more Crust Hemp, because I think on rivers and that, it's just a bait that's used so much. A lot of people catch a lot of fish on hemp, feed hemp as a loose feed, and I think putting it in a ground bait form, it's better, because it just keeps the fish more active in your peg and easier to catch than trying to catch them on hemp. Roach has got a lot of coriander in. Again, it's got some Crust Hemp in. Brilliant mix. One of my go-to ground baits for all my mixes, really, the Black Roach and the Canal Black. I just find them very easy ground baits to knock up, and they just seem to work every time. They're brilliant. And the Crust Hemp, a lot of people with Crust Hemp will tend to soak it first, pour it in the pot and soak it. Now, my way of thinking, not, because Crust Hemp is very oily, very greasy. If you soak it, you can perhaps kill it. And when I say kill it, if I use it as it is and put it in my mix, once I've done my mix, whether I ball it in or cup it in on the river when I feed it, that hemp, because it's not soaked, is releasing little bits of the kernel are flicking out the ground bait off the bottom, rising up. I mean, not all fish in your peg are upside down on the ground bait. Some are above your ground bait, because sometimes you can catch off bottom. But mixing it that way, because it's releasing little bits all the time that are going up into the flow, they're flowing out your peg and drawing more fish onto your feed that you've put in, of your initial ground bait mix that's in there. But by soaking that Crust Hemp, my way of thinking is, you kill it and it just lies dead, it's just in the mix on the bottom. But by leaving it as it is from the bag, because it's not thoroughly soaked, little bits release, start flowing down the peg a little bit and draw more fish onto your ground bait. Works brilliantly, especially if you're fishing for dace. I fish a lot on the Great Ooze, there's a lot of dace in there, and with dace are not on the bottom, and it draws them in, and it just works, it's brilliant. Just give it a go, and you'll find adding that Crust Hemp is a real bonus to your mix.